Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Tom. I'm a network marketing professional with a home-based business, and today I'm joined with Laura. How are you doing, Laura?
Good, Tom. How are you doing?
Great. Thank you so much for being here. We really do
Yeah, thank
appreciate
you.
it. And we're super excited because this whole series this week is just connecting with other network marketing professionals with a home-based business to kind of peel back that curtain of like what is this home-based business life really like, especially since a lot of us now are stuck at home and might be looking for an opportunity to make some side income or maybe just pay for a few products that they've been seeing in their Facebook feed for a while now. Or they're looking for an opportunity to change careers where they can make money working where they want, when they want, with whomever they want to work with. And thank you for helping me peel back the curtain today. Thank you, Laura.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me. It's definitely exciting to, talk about what we do and why we're passionate about it.
100%. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your story and what kind of brought you to having your own home-based business?
Yeah, so I'm actually a stay-at-home mom, and so for that reason, I just wanted something, to be able to help my husband, like with rent, and not have to leave my son, especially like for daycares. I mean, just paying for it, itself, it's so expensive.
Mm.
So just being able to help him out with like just a couple hundreds a month, that was really all my goal. And also, I mean, to provide for myself, to provide for Sebastian, and be able to, watch every milestone that he's hitting. He's almost walking. So, I mean, just like everything that he's going through, it's like, I don't want to miss that. And so being able to find this network marketing position, it was just perfect for me and for my family.
Nice. Well, there's a lot of home-based business opportunities out there. I'm sure you probably saw a bunch when you were looking around. So, like, what kind of drew your attention to the one that you ended up finding? How did you find your current home-based business?
Yeah, so I mean, we all market through social media. So I'm a huge social media person, and so I found online basically just somebody advertised something that like seemed too good to be true, and obviously it caught my attention. And it did. I mean, it took me a while to kind of realize like, oh, you know what, this is real.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a lot of research. And I spoke to the person who started advertising it, and they were super helpful, and I kind of took a leap of faith.
Nice, nice. So now I'm curious, how long were you investigating your home-based business before you decided to say yes? How long do you think that process was?
Um, so I actually got offered this like position or this job, I think probably last November, so like last year's November. And so I was just like, oh, I'm just kind of iffy about it. And so I actually wasn't, I kind of let it go and it wasn't until January of this year where I was approached again, or like when I saw it again. So, I mean, it took me probably like a good 2 months of like trying to see, what this could mean and what this could be for my family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it did take a couple of, prayers and also just investigating.
Yeah. So what was the catalyst for you? Was there something that happened in your family situation that you're like, now's the time? Was it just, Happy New Year, like, all right, I'm going to give it a try? Like, what was it for you that was the catalyst for like, okay, now is the time?
I think it was a little bit of both. Mainly just because we're living with my mom at the moment, and so I want to be able to help my husband to like be able to financially move out to like our own place. And so I think that was like the main push for me to be like, okay, I need to start doing this, and if I can do this from home, and like also, I mean, yeah, it was a new year and a new month, and I think it was a little bit of both.
That's awesome. So now it's been about 2 months for you since you've been working with the company. I know a lot of companies have some kind of fast track programs, and you and I spoke a little bit earlier, and you were able to use this Jumpstart program within your business to bring in almost $1,000 of revenue into your family with a minimal investment of just your startup fee and your products, which was less than about $150. So within those 8 weeks, you're bringing in over $800. That's awesome. And tell me, how much time were you spending every single day, just kind of reaching out? Was it a lot of time? Was it like these chunks of time, or did you just kind of find stolen moments? What did that look like for you?
Yeah, so for me, being a stay-at-home mom, it was more of like, how can I fit this business into my life instead of me being able to be like, I have to do this every single day, or just having like a set schedule. I actually I break it up into a couple pieces, like before Sebastian is awake and after he's awake, after he's sleeping. And so I would say I spend probably a minimum of like 2 hours each day, doing like the 6 simple things that we're told to do. And yeah, so I don't think it's something that the more effort you put into it, the better it'll be. But because this is home based, and it's an opportunity for me to choose when I can work it and how I work it. That's what I would say.
And I love how you brought up your 6 simple things. I've heard that from other businesses as well, that really it is a simple business, so simple that anybody can do it, but it's not always an easy business because it takes that consistency. Do you want to maybe shed some light onto what are those 6 things, or maybe just a few of them that people can get an idea of, like, okay, I could probably carve out 2 hours, like 15 minutes here, half hour here, 45 minutes here. But what would I do with that time? Would I just be organizing my desk the entire time? Would I be like, what would I be doing?
So a lot of the things that like my specific company does is reaching out to people, especially through social media, advertising the type of products that we use, working with our teams as well. We all work as a team, so like you're never individually on, even though it is considered like your own business. You're always working as a team. So, and that's something that was one of the reasons also why I was so like ready to start working with this company, because we're not alone. And so another, the couple things that we do is just, reaching out to others and talking to them about the opportunities. So yeah, I mean, it's like you said, it's quite simple. It's just a matter of being consistent. Consistency is a big key.
Yeah, and I love that Sebastian is here with us, because it really shows like you can do this. Like it's totally, this is part of the life of working from home, and that's embraced. You know what I mean? Like I've never met someone in a home-based business that they were like, oh, I hate children and my kids are so annoying. They're like, no, like this is part of my business, and I love my children. I'm glad I get to spend time with them right now. And if I have to put, if I have to step aside for a little bit, at least I know that time, and I schedule that time. I make that time so that it's either nap time or somebody can go hang out with the kids while I need to take a phone call or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's also, I mean, you're on your own schedule. If you can, and that's the best part about it. Yeah, it's being able to choose your own hours and your own time.
And I love what you said earlier about the teamwork aspect, because it really is, you may be in business for yourself, but you're never in business by yourself. You always have either someone above you that can help you, or someone below you that you can help. And I love the team aspect of any kind of home-based business, for sure. Let me ask you this, just kind of as we start to wrap up a little bit. And if you have any questions for me, you can feel free to throw them this way as well. But so you said you did a little bit of research. I imagine you may have come up with some negative reviews about your product, your business, or maybe just home-based businesses with network marketing in general. What should somebody do if they find some negative reviews? How did you overcome that? What made you decide to ignore the haters out there and still decide to give this a try?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, and I think it all just comes down to really asking the person who brought it up to you, or if you didn't, if it wasn't brought up to you, just really looking at the company itself. So like our company in specific has been around for over 19 years. So it's like, if something that wasn't real and it was a scam or like potential, all of these like pyramid schemes and stuff, I wouldn't last that long. So a lot of that has to come with, how long have they been active? Also like product reviews. And I think I would say that a lot of the people who, talk, have these like, the haters, the negative comments are probably people who didn't do so well in the business. And, there are some. Maybe there's, a couple businesses aren't for each person individually. So I just think that something that helped me was that my company is like right in my hometown or like really close. So I felt like, oh, you know what, this is real. And a lot of that too goes to like sharing your personal story. And I saw a lot of personal stories from like the company that I work with. And I just don't think that if it was fake, a lot of people would just be putting their face out with the company, with the products. So I think that really helped. So I think I would just say that just really trying to take away your negative aspect, because a lot of it's like, oh, this is too good to be true. Well, that's your mindset already. So a lot of it's like you have to shift your mindset to believing, if this opportunity was brought up to you and you really do feel like, I need to take this leap of faith, just do it. And then, like I said, you're not by yourself. Just keep investigating. And it turns out for the better for everyone, I would say.
That's awesome. I love that. I love the idea of mindset. You got to get your mind right before you enter into any kind of venture.
Yeah.
100%. And then, you mentioned when you were finding these negative reviews and stuff, you can find negative reviews pretty much about any industry, like, all lawyers are bad, or all doctors are bad, or all, car salesmen are bad. Like, and that may be a general message that gets tossed out there, but it's simply not true. Like, it's just simply not the case that all of these people are bad, but everybody has an experience. Everybody has a story. And so one thing I would say to anybody who's watching this is, ask for the stories. Just like you said, Laura, like, you listen to the stories, the product stories, and you put your faith in that. A lot of companies will have, clinical research on their products. They'll have product stories. They'll have testimonials. Like, lean into that and just ask the questions that are on your heart, and don't feel like you're going to offend anybody or upset anybody who's trying to share the business with you, because they should be, if it's a good reputable business and a good reputable person, they should be an open book.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that, I really like that you said asking questions. I think I probably asked like maybe 100 questions total before I got started. And it's, that's how you ease your fears, is asking questions. And I think also a lot of people are like nervous and are also shy, or, think that, oh, we're going to bug them with so many questions. I love when I get questions, because that just lets me, be able to reassure someone like, this is real. This is how I'll help you. This, just in that aspect. So asking questions is definitely the way to go, if you really are interested in learning anything about, home-based businesses.
Yeah, 100%. Cool. Well, Laura, thank you so much for your time. And Sebastian, thank you for letting us borrow Mom for a little bit. Do you have any questions for me, or any final comments you want to toss out there before we head out?
No, I think I'm okay. Thanks for reaching out to me. And yeah, this is a great series that you're doing.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So if you're at all interested in learning more about what Laura's doing, she's tagged in the post, so you can go ahead and comment below. She'll be happy to reach out to you. If you're watching this and you've had a friend or a family member reach out to you about home-based business, sorry, I'm going to work on my notifications there. Home-based business, please get back to them, reach out, and feel free to ask them questions. If you want to ask me any questions about any kind of company, I have experience in my primary company that most of you guys know, but I've also tried some others, so I'm happy to share what I've seen there, and just kind of ask you some questions and bounce some ideas off you to help you just think it through for yourself as a neutral third party. So thank you very much for joining us, everybody. We'll be back later this week. I'm super excited. We'll be working with Ms. Jamie Kingus from Monet. I still don't know how to say that one, but her hair products. I'm really excited about that. And I think I'm going to start, mentioning just where people are coming from, since they're all over the place. But I don't know everyone's company may have different stipulations about like, but you're Laura, you're with health and wellness. How do you describe what you do?
It would be an independent distributor. So
It's
yeah,
like
from a health and
wellness perspective. Okay.
Yeah, health and wellness and beauty.
And the great thing about Laura and her products is they work. They really work. Okay.
Yes.
So that's the awesome thing about that. So thanks a lot for joining us, and we'll catch you guys later.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.